Welcome along, fellow Beatle people. This time around, we're going to showcase the photography of Astrid Kirchherr. Before I begin, please like, share, and subscribe to Beatle People on whatever platform you are listening on. Astrid Kirchherr, a German photographer and artist, is celebrated for her iconic photographs of the Beatles during their formative years in Hamburg, Germany. Born on May 20th, 1938, in Hamburg, Astrid's journey into the world of photography began when she studied under the influential photographer Reinhard Wolf. This background provided her with the technical skills and creative vision that would later define her work with the Beatles. Astrid's encounter with the Beatles occurred in 1960 when she attended a performance at the Kaiserkeller Club in Hamburg. The Beatles, then composed of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, Pete Best, and Stuart Sutcliffe, were performing in the gritty, raw environment of Hamburg's club scene. Astrid, accompanied by her friends Klaus Voormann and Jürgen Vollmer, was immediately captivated by the band's music and their presence. However, it was Stuart Sutcliffe, the band's bassist and an aspiring artist, who caught her eye. Astrid and Stuart quickly developed a deep romantic and artistic connection. She introduced him to existentialist philosophies and avant-garde art, which significantly influenced his outlook and artistic endeavors. Their relationship not only marked a pivotal point in Stuart's life, but also brought Astrid closer to the rest of the band, forging a bond that would shape the visual identity of the Beatles. Astrid's most famous photographs of the Beatles were taken during a series of photo sessions in Hamburg in 1960 and 1961. Her work captured the raw energy and charisma of the young band before they achieved global fame. The most iconic of these images were shot at a fairground in Hamburg. In these black and white photographs, Astrid utilized natural light and stark contrasts to create a moody, atmospheric effect. The images are characterized by their simplicity and starkness, often featuring the band members in contemplative poses or candid moments. Her approach to portraiture, focusing on the individuality of each member while maintaining a cohesive group dynamic, was revolutionary for the time. These images became seminal in defining the early visual style of the Beatles, portraying them as both enigmatic and relatable. One of the most significant aspects of Astrid's photography was her ability to capture the essence of each band member's personality. Stuart Sutcliffe, in particular, was immortalized through her lens in a way that highlighted his introspective and artistic nature. Her photograph of Stuart, wearing his iconic dark glasses, gazing pensively into the distance, became one of the most enduring images of him. Astrid's photography stands out for several reasons. Her close relationship with the Beatles allowed her to capture them in a more personal and genuine manner than other photographers. This intimacy is evident in the relaxed and natural expressions of the band members, providing a glimpse into their offstage personalities. Astrid's use of black and white film, high contrast, and natural lighting set her apart from the more polished and staged images typical of the era. Her photographs possess a raw, almost documentary-like quality that aligns with a burgeoning rock and roll aesthetic. The visual style Astrid developed for the Beatles played a significant role in shaping their early image. Her work provided a counterpoint to the polished images that would come later in their career, capturing the gritty reality of their early days in Hamburg. These photographs serve as a historical record of a pivotal moment in music history, marking the transition of the Beatles from a local band to international icons. Astrid's background in fine art and her understanding of existentialist themes influenced her photographic style. Her work often conveys a sense of existential reflection, mirroring the broader cultural currents of the time. After her initial work with the Beatles, Astrid continued to pursue photography, though her career took various turns. Her relationship with Stuart Sutcliffe ended tragically, with his untimely death from a cerebral hemorrhage. This loss profoundly affected Astrid, and she eventually shifted her focus away from photography for a period. Despite this, her connection to the Beatles remained strong. She stayed in touch with the band members, particularly George Harrison, who considered her a close friend. Over the years, Astrid contributed to several Beatles-related projects, providing photographs and insights for various books and documentaries. In 1964, she collaborated on a photographic project documenting the Beatles during their first trip to America. The resulting book provided an intimate behind-the-scenes look at the band during their rise to fame. Her work on this project reaffirmed her status as a key visual chronicler of the Beatles' early years. Astrid also co-authored books and exhibitions that explored her work and her connection to the Beatles. In the 1990s, Astrid revisited her archives and began exhibiting her photographs in galleries around the world. Her work gained renewed appreciation from both art critics and Beatles fans, solidifying her legacy as a pioneering photographer. The exhibitions highlighted her unique ability to capture the essence of her subjects and provided a retrospective of her contributions to music history and photography. Astrid's photographs of the Beatles and Stuart Sutcliffe are more than just images. They are a vital part of the band's history and the broader cultural landscape of the 1960s. Her ability to capture the raw, unfiltered essence of the young musicians in Hamburg set a new standard for rock photography. The intimacy and authenticity of her work provide a window into a formative period of the Beatles' career, offering insights into their personalities and the environment that shaped them. Astrid's career, though closely intertwined with the Beatles, extended beyond her work with the band. Her contributions to photography, her artistic vision, and her enduring connection to one of the most influential musical acts of all time ensure that her legacy remains significant. Astrid Kirchherr not only documented history, but also played an essential role in shaping the visual narrative of the Beatles, making her a pivotal figure in the story of their rise to fame. So, what do you think of Astrid and her role in the Beatles story and her photography? Kindly let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the show on whatever platform you are listening on. Until next time, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.